Play the third CDI game. You have to play the third Zelda CDI. Play the third CDI Zelda now, PBG. PBG, please do 3 CDI Zelda. Will you please work on Zelda's Adventure already for the CDI? PBG, you need to finish the CDI trilogy, so to Zelda's Adventure. Guys, it doesn't matter how many times you say it, I'm not gonna play it. I already covered the first 2 CDI games. What's the point? Who cares?
No!
You have to finish what you started! What about all the people out there that watched the first 2 videos and have been practically dying with anticipation for the last one to come out? Like that guy!
Who, me? Nope. I don't give a f.
You know, you're right. I have to do this for all those people out there that love me! Alright, just shut up and take it already. Let's do this. Just like the first 2 CDI games, Zelda's Adventure starts off with a cutscene. But this time they're not animated, they're live action. And they're thrilling.
There will be no more viewing tonight. The scroll of Shermak, bearer of sad news these many years ago.
Oh man, the cutscenes in the first 2 games were terrible, don't get me wrong, but at least they were short. So whoever this old guy is informs us that the land of Tolamak, aka Camelot spelled backwards, very creative, has been taken over by Ganon, and on top of that, he also captured Link and the treasured celestial signs? Make haste! Except he clearly hasn't made haste because he says that this happened many years ago.
Bearer of sad news these many years ago.
And he's only just now decided to anoint Princess Zelda as the hero to save the day. So he either tried a handful of other people that just didn't work out, or he just kind of forgot about it until now. That's right, we're playing as Zelda again. And instead of a sword, she uses a wand. Although it acts exactly like a sword, and if they didn't specifically mention that it was a wand in the intro and tutorial, I would have just assumed it was one. Another difference from the 2 original CDI games is the top-down perspective. Faces of Evil and the Wand of Gamelon were side-scrollers similar to Zelda 2, but Zelda's Adventure plays more like the original Legend of Zelda, which is a nice change of pace at the very least. So I walked around for a little bit, killing some weird little roly guys, and eventually some lady named Sherlock, your guide, starts talking to me. She's apparently gonna help us in our quest, and by help, I mean give us incredibly cryptic hints. My favorite thing.
Go now to the one who has a bed but never sleeps, where by its side the red willow weeps, and to its mouth that never speaks.
Seriously though, if this quest is really so important, why doesn't she just tell me what to do? I feel like that would save a lot of time, and, you know, possibly Link and everyone else's life? That too. Despite having a new perspective, the game still suffers from a lot of the same control problems the 2 previous installments had. Particularly the controls being sluggish and unresponsive. But at least there's no platforming this time, so it's a bit more forgivable. Actually, I take it back already. Since the controls are so clunky and slow, Zelda just kinda wanders around wherever she feels like, which wouldn't be so bad if the freaking loading screens when you move from one area to another weren't so long. I like it because it gives me time to think about how my life is pointless.
Come close, princess. I'll tell you a great secret.
Okay.
Hear me whisper. Trust no one with hair. Don't even trust me. I've stolen one of your lives.
Huh. But why? Just because? You took one of my lives for no reason at all. Why does this remind me of something?
Oh, we're so evil and nasty. thirsty for no particular reason at all.
So now it's time for our very first dungeon. I'm so excited. It's nothing too crazy. You got some enemies, some completely pointless rooms with completely pointless maze bits that do literally nothing but waste your time if you guess incorrectly, a treasure chest that talks.
Oh, what do we have here? A human person's coming close. Why, what a great event.
And 3 little mini bosses with top-notch voice acting and dialogue.
Hey to he, who thee be, you're no friend to us down here.
Dude, like, commented, and subscribed. Great performance. They also seem to be infinitely more concerned with their boss's well-being than their own, somehow giving genuine, heartfelt messages of concern even after death.
Lord, I couldn't stop her. Get ready to fight.
Hey, Lord, watch out! She's coming!
Now that is loyalty. And speaking of their boss, from what I can gather, his name is Lart, and here he is. He sure is a thing. A guy? You kill him and then pick up his stone thing, which I guess we need for reasons? Then this red-robed guy just kinda shows back up and spouts some more mostly meaningless things.
And remember, all is not what it seems.
Now I guess we have to wander around some more. I eventually found a town with some more people, most of which are either really stupid, really annoying, or occasionally you hit the jackpot and get both.
My name is Zelda, and you must be the father. No, wait. That can't be true. You just came in. You must be Zelda.
And then there's this guy that's just really, really bored.
Hi there. Don't worry about the dog, he won't bite. I wish he did bite, then there'd be a little excitement here in Great Wimbish.
Man, it's so boring around here. I wish something terrible would happen and everyone would die. That would be great.
Or how about this shopkeeper? I think this guy is a little bit loopy. But enough of that, back to our quest of collecting all the super important thingy-madoodles. I mean, after all, there is 7 of them and we only have 1. So after walking around for a really long time, you eventually start finding new dungeon areas, each with their own boss and theme. You know, fire, water, circus? Greed? Seriously, greed is the theme for the first dungeon, and it makes even less sense than it sounds like it would. It's all at least somewhat akin to a normal Zelda game, just not as, you know, good in general. Now, I've been poking fun of this game for a while now, but honestly, I have barely even scratched the surface of just how frustrating it really is. Some enemies can only be hurt by certain weapons, but there are so many weapons in this game. Just look at how many I have towards the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 weapons. And that's not even all of them. You get more eventually. And it's never clear what weapons work on what enemies. So what do you have to do? Take a guess. Just take a wild guess. Yes, guess. You have to guess. And it gets even worse when enemies that require a certain weapon get close to you. At that point, they're basically invincible because it won't register as them being hit by the spell or weapon you have equipped. Instead, it registers as just a normal wand hit. So basically, you're screwed. It's honestly infuriating, and that's just the start of my list of complaints. There's tons of other stuff. There's floors you can fall through in dungeons that make you have to walk all the way back to where you were. Slippery floors for no reason in almost half of the dungeons. Some, no, many bad guys spawn in places where they can't even do anything to you, while other enemies are placed right on top of you the split second you transition into the next screen, so you take unavoidable damage. Sometimes enemies have gigantic hitboxes, but other times it feels like you can't even hit them at all. The story is vague and makes no sense. Oh, hey Zelda, you beat that boss guy. That's pretty cool. Now maybe you should go over to the mountains or something. That might be a good place. Who knows, maybe there's some bad guys to kill and one of those triangle things could show up. I'm pretty sure we need them, even though it's never explained why or even what they are or do. Magic. The characters are pointless and annoying, and sometimes they're barely even recognizable as human beings. What even is this? Is this a lady? It sounds like a lady, but it looks more like a dead fish.
Most of
the characters you meet are completely pointless anyway and offer next to nothing in terms of the story, character development, or anything. They might as well not even exist.
We have heard much of you.
We retreated here to learn the arts of rebellion against Ganon.
Well, that's good, I guess. Just keep it up. It's some really good rebellioning there.
I mentioned that there's a lot of weapons earlier. Well, there's also a lot of items just in general. And the way you acquire most of them, how should I put it, is completely stupid and nonsensical. Hey Zelda, here's an item for absolutely no reason. See you later. Seriously, in one area, I got a compass to a dungeon for listening to an old lady ramble for forever. 30 seconds later, you get a necklace that decreases damage taken for drawing some water for this lady, aka walking and standing in front of the well. Then 15 seconds after that, you get a club for hitting a switch. 3 items in the span of less than a minute for absolutely no effort. Another time, a boss just gives you a sledgehammer, the weapon he's weak against, for no reason, right before you fight him. Then there's this guy that gives me a feather just because he has a crush on me. I swear I'm not making this stuff up.
I would like to give you a feather as a sign of my affection.
And again, there are so many items that I don't even know what most of them do. As far as I know, some of them do nothing at all. You know what? Screw this. I thought that maybe it would be better than the other 2 games. I had high hopes even, but I swear it's even worse. And it's infinitely more convoluted and frustrating. I'm done with this garbage. You have to play Legend of Zelda for the CDI, PeanutButterGamer. Yeah, you're right. It may not be easy. It may not be fun. But I promised I would take on this challenge. So, I'll keep on trying. For as long as I live. Let's just go ahead and skip to the final dungeon, which is probably the easiest and most simplistic dungeon there is. The ones in the middle, particularly the circus dungeon, were actually pretty hard, but after those, it kind of feels like they just stopped trying. Alright, let's put some spikes here, some rooms with absolutely nothing. How about some bad guys in this room? What would be good for a lava level? Bees? Yeah, let's just go with bees. Then you fight the boss, kill him, and go pick up the final legendary triangle rock. But then, oh no, all of a sudden Ganon shows up.
Zelda, life is always one order more horrifying than you expect.
Life is always one order more horrifying than you expect? That's a pretty depressing thing to say. Then Ganon, who's represented by this weird horned object, I think, makes you fight all the bosses over again, which at this point is incredibly easy because they can barely do anything to you now and you just kill them in a few hits. Either your defensive and offensive stats increase the higher your heart meter goes, or maybe the 600 items I have are doing something. I honestly have no idea. So you kill them and then kill Ganon, who despite taking a decent amount of hits to kill, really sucks and is incredibly easy to avoid. And so Ganon was defeated, and so were all the other guys. All those little triangles were gutted, and that saved Link somehow. And everyone's good, and now there are animals. There can be animals in the town now because Ganon is gone. And that's really good and a really good thing. I'm happy about it. Are you happy about it? I'm happy. I'm real happy. Man, that really sucked. What have I turned into? What has Zelda Month turned into? I mean, I started Zelda Month all the way back in 2011 to celebrate Zelda, along with the release of Skyward Sword. And just look at me now, Zelda CDI games, Zelda cartoons, top 5 worst Zelda items? Who have I become? What have you done to me? You have to play Zelda CDI. No. Never again. You have to play Zelda CDI. No, you're not even real. You're just in my head. I need to make all of this go away. Maybe I just need to think more positive thoughts. Yeah. Maybe I just need to remember all of the reasons I really love Zelda. Like the sense of adventure each game has. I know I use that word so much that it's almost meaningless at this point, but it really is a huge reason that I love the series. How about the feeling of being a truly selfless hero and taking on a quest that's way bigger than just you alone? You're not even the only hero. There's countless Links over countless generations of games. That's awesome! And what about those cows in Majora's Mask? I love those things. I have no idea what they are or what they're there for, but they're freaking awesome. And I guess when you think about it, the Zelda CDI games have a lot of those same qualities. Sure, they have cheesy cutscenes and bad controls, but you still play as Link, and you even get to play as Princess Zelda. You still go on an adventure and take on an evil that's bigger than just you alone. Maybe, just maybe, the CDI games aren't even that bad. If nothing else, they're at least an entertaining novelty. You know, maybe I even kind of like them.
No, don't say that. Here, play one of the CDI games, right?
Okay, sure, pal, why not? It'll be fun.
No, not positivity. I'll get you. I'll be back.
Just kidding, they're terrible. I'm never playing them again. Bye-bye. I hope you had a happy Zelda month. Bye.
Farewell, young princess.
This episode of Peanut Butter Gamer is brought to you by the Pixel Empire. If your walls are looking a little bit bare, like mine are, then perhaps you should look at thepixelempire.com, a website that sells video game and pop culture related prints and posters. And they even have a bunch of stuff that's Zelda themed. And if you're looking for a holiday sale, they still have their limited video game series Pick 3 or Pick 4 on sale. And on top of the already existing discounts, you can get an additional 15% off using the coupon code PBGamer. Or if you're pumped for Star Wars like I am, then perhaps you're interested in the Star Wars Millennium Falcon poster that's on sale. And from now until December 18th, every purchase of this poster will get a free 11x17 Star Wars original trilogy set as well. So if that's something you're interested in, then check out the link in the description below, and don't forget your 15% off code PBGamer. See ya. Hey everybody, if you're bored, then make sure you go check out the Did You Know Gaming I voiced on The Wind Waker. It was very interesting, and I think you'll enjoy it. Also, big thanks to Pro Jared for cameoing in this video for me. Check out his D in December videos, where he's doing D&D videos all December long on his channel. Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then why not subscribe? Or you can help share the video with a like, favorite, and leave me a comment and all that stuff. It always helps, and I appreciate it. Again, make sure you check out the Wind Waker Did You Know Gaming that I voiced with a link right over here, as well as the whatever video is right the other slide. I don't know. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and all that stuff. Links in the description below. And big thanks to What Up Nico for doing the Zelda month assets for me this year. I really appreciate it. Check out his Twitter and all his other work. Thanks, Nico. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed Zelda month this year as much as I enjoyed putting it together, and I will see you next year as well as on the next video on this channel. Bye-bye. These are for the cuts to the lag screens. The laggy loading screens. That was a shot for the laggy loading screens. I hope you got the picture. I hope you got the message I was trying to portray. It takes a long time, basically. It takes a long time. That's my point! It takes a long time!